Hey there. So what I'm doing is I'm trimming the bowls I made the other day. So I like to use my splash pan for trimming, not for making a mess on my wheel, because I like to throw dry more or less. So I'm going to use, these are my Bison tools that Phil made. He's no longer with us, which is really sad. Anyway, these are tungsten steel. So I tap in the center. I just use a bob, a clay, thing of clay here. Bob, I don't know where I came up with that one. So sometimes I'll use 3, sometimes I'll use 4. No reason. And I've been using this thing, which I bought. It's a Groovy tool. Okay. I got a couple of those. So these are all the tools that I have from Phil. Yeah, Bison tools. They're really nice. This one's a really heavy duty one. And it cracks me up on how squeezy, noisy my chair is. So I like to recycle all my clay. So I go slow, I guess. I'm not in a big rush. I really enjoy throwing these bowls, and I sure enjoy trimming these bowls. And what I really like to do is when I don't cut through them, which really makes me happy. So this clay, great, now I forgot. Can't remember. This is a blend of 2 different clays, which I softened up and then ran through my pug mill. I have a Peter Pugger. Which I had one year was in Kentucky, in Sika. I had, I remember I had hand surgery for that too. I had 6 trigger fingers trimmed over the years. And I remember that year I had just had one done, so I couldn't do much. So I had to be real careful about holding stuff. And anyway, so I had ordered my Peter Pugger the year before, and I was able to pick it up in, I guess, Louisville, yeah. So I got to save tons of money on shipping. Oh, and I had another another pug mill, which I sold at that show, at Sika, which I brought and then delivered and got paid for. I try to keep my floor sort of clean around my wheel, and it's time to mop again, I'm sure. So I really try not to get my clay hitting the floor and picking up all the yuck that's around here, which obviously comes from my shoes. So what I like to do is before I finish this, I like to stop and I actually want to see how the weight feels. All right, I can take a little bit more off. Tapping in the center. I'm going to use 3 balls. So I like to finish this off with a sponge to close up the pores of my trimming, and I also like to soften off these edges on the feet. I like this little rim right there. That's for helps stop ash glaze from running. I mostly use ash glazes for everything. And I did start Ash Glaze Facebook page, if anybody's interested in it, in doing ash glazes. Next, so these were 5-pound bowls. Wish I could remember the name of that clay. It had a lot of sand in it. I remember I had fired it, and I had got it from Mid-South when I had done a workshop there one time. I was doing just demos on throwing many years ago. I close my bucket so clay doesn't go in there and get all soft, make a mess. So these are, I made these, I guess, yeah, 2 days ago. I've had them covered up. They are stiff, so it's pretty cool. I like the way they're peeling off. Yeah, stiff. All right, I'm just going to see how heavy it is. So I like to undercut this foot so I can have a little overhang to stop ash glaze from running. So I'm using my sponge just to soften everything up a little bit. Now I'm going to push that lip down, and that hopefully will be a ash glaze slip stopper. I'm just going to stop all the, close up all the pores I did by trimming. And that's it. And I've got a few more to go.